I remembered something I didn't put in my immigration form. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. Well, the Biden team is trying to speed up things at immigration, and of course, that's a really good thing. We've had some people have their cases decided pretty quickly, and I wanted to shoot this video because people often ask me on the Immigration Answers show whether they should update information that they've submitted previously to the government. And I think now that interviews are being waived in a lot of marriage-based green card cases, I think that if it's that kind of a case, that you definitely want to update any errors that you made, correct those errors, update and upload extra evidence that you have. Anything that you forgot to include in the initial application, it's going to be really important to submit that beforehand. And I'm especially concerned right now with mistakes. So I had someone on the Immigration Answer show, which goes live 3 or 4 times a week and is me answering immigrants' questions. Feel free to join us there. He wanted to know, Jim, I made a mistake. I didn't list one of my citations when I applied for my green card, and I have a pending I-130 and a 485. I have my receipt notices back. What should I do? Well, ordinarily I would say don't worry about it. Just bring it to your interview. But now that I've been thinking about it, given the fact that they're waiving interviews, I'm a little bit concerned that if his green card gets approved, that later on when he gets to citizenship, that if he were to then identify the citation that he forgot to put in the I-45, I can see problems down the line. And so I think this makes it even more important to be as thorough as possible. And number one is don't make those mistakes. Don't have to correct those mistakes. Don't make those errors. Take your time, because right now you only have one shot to get it right. You're not going to have that chance to go back and fix it at the interview, which is really what the interviews are supposed to be about. And in my experience, that's really what happens at most green card interviews. It's just a matter of clearing up the record. But now that they are waiving so many interviews, I think that people, when they apply for citizenship or even the 751 to remove conditions, they could be setting themselves up for a claim that, hey, you didn't tell us about the citation, or you didn't tell us about this other event, or you checked the wrong box, and we approved your case based on the information that you gave us. Now you're telling us something different, like let's say a forgotten child or something, or a forgotten traffic ticket, or a forgotten arrest. If we had known about those things, we would have handled things differently. And that's the real standard. The standard that they currently use is, did your failure to tell us something or your error in telling us something wrong cut off a line of inquiry? Did that keep us from being able to ask more questions, to follow up, and to have a full picture of you when we decided to give you that green card? So this would be a typical thing that USCIS does. They say, well, we're going to make it easier on everybody. We're going to go ahead and have green card interviews waived. But oh, by the way, if you mess up and if you tell us something that turns out not to be true, we're going to hammer you when you apply for citizenship. I definitely think that's going to happen. So if you have filed for an application and you have provided wrong information, you need to update that right away before they award the green card. That's the thing. With the green card cases going a little faster now, you're at real risk of a misrepresentation charge, because they are going to say later on that you didn't disclose everything and that therefore we're not going to give you your citizenship. And of course, citizenship is the whole shooting match. So this is a really important issue, a really important video. I hope that it makes sense and that you understand now why it's so important to get it right. And if you realize something after you make that mistake, you've got to tell them right away. In fact, I will talk about this on today's Immigration Answer show because it's that important. I've just really sort of thought it all through while I'm talking here with you. So long and the short of it is, if you've made a mistake, you need to correct it right away. If you need our help, if you want to hire us to be your green card attorney or your naturalization attorney, we'd love to work with you. Overseas cases, asylum, all those things. Those are all important about being accurate and not making mistakes. If you have questions, you can email us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Call us, 314-961-8200. The purpose of the phone call, of course, is to hire us or to talk to someone about the possibility of hiring us. As far as free resources where you're just looking for information, totally cool. We have those for you as well. Immigrant Home Facebook group, please join us there. And our YouTube channel where we post videos like this one a couple times a week. And then speaking of a couple times a week, we go live on our Immigration Answers show. And that's just me answering immigrants' questions for free for a full hour. So hope you found this helpful. If you did, maybe share it with a friend. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. That really helps and helps spread the word. And we will see you next time. Thanks.